Hey guys, Bryony from Accelerate Off-Grid Touring. We're super excited to announce our communication bundle for the GME XRS Connect pack for the N80 Hilux is now live on our website. We're about to throw to Jack and he is going to show you how to fully install it in your N80 Hilux.
Hey guys, it's Jack from Accelerate Off-Grid Touring here, and today we're going to be installing the UHF Communications kit into the N80 Hilux. Alright, so in your kit it comes with an XRS Connect UHF body bracket, an option of a tub mounted UHF bracket or a GMF bonnet bracket, a plug and play wiring harness, a UHF handpiece mount, and some nuts and bolts to mount the UHF body to the body bracket. Alrighty, and all the tools you'll need for this are just a socket set and a trim tool. Now, I do also highly recommend downloading the instructions and printing them out. This will go hand in hand with our instructional video, and it also has a QR code if for whatever reason you need tech support or a little bit stuck on the install. Scan the QR code, fill out the online form, and we'll get in contact with you. So depending on which option you go, whether you want the tub mounted UHF bracket or the bonnet bracket will determine how we run our aerial cable. So if we opt for the bonnet bracket, what we're going to have to do is we have to go run it through the bonnet, through the firewall, and into the cab. This vehicle does have a fair few accessories already bolted onto it, such as dual battery system towing setup and such. So the grommets are a little bit full. But normally, where we would go is there's two grommets on either side of that main grey grommet there. There's two nipples, so if you just cut those, you better get your cable to feed in nice and easily. That's if you opt for the bonnet bracket. And if you opt for the tub bracket, this one here, we'll quickly jump to the back. Alright, so this is the factory N80 Hilux tub. So we've designed this to be able to sit in with select tornos, to sit in just underneath here. All you would need to do is just mark the two bolt holes on this piece here. Mark them, drill them, and we'll supply some nut certs and bolts and bolt it straight to there. Gives you a nice out of the way solution. And then we'll run our cable down the back of the cab here, underneath the vehicle and up through the floor. I'll quickly show you that one there. So like I said before, this vehicle does have a fair few accessories already, but this is the grommet I'm talking about. So we'll come up through here, just shoot up through there, and then we'll run it along here with this cable here, and then we'll come up here. Now from here on, it doesn't matter if it's a bonnet mount or if it's a tub mount, it's all gonna be the same as soon as you get up underneath this kick panel. So once we get to here, we'll then run straight across here. There's a loom that runs behind the blower fan itself. So we just want to zip tie to that and just leave it coiled up here. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to show you how to pull the center console apart so we can mount our UHF body. All right, so we're going to start by taking out this center console just here. So all we need to do, start off, just grab the shift knob and spin it anti-clockwise. Then we can go ahead, set that up there. And then we're going to go ahead and unzip the leather just around the handbrake here, all the way down. And then from here, all we need to do is work our way, popping this bit off. And then this bit lifts up. And then we're going to hop underneath, locate the plugs. I'll show this once I have it out. All we need to do to get this out is there is just one plug just there on, so it sits like that underneath the plastic. All you need to do is this little tab there, push the tab down and then pull downwards towards the bottom of the car, and then it releases all this plastic. There's also one just plugged in the back there. So again, same kind of deal. There's a tab just on the back. We'll push down the tab and then pull towards the rear of the vehicle. So there's that one there and then that white plug there. So now all we're going to do is we're just going to go set this aside. Alrighty, so we have our center console surround all out. Next up, what we're actually going to do is we're going to remove this side plastic here, our actual center console box here. So to do that, all we need to do is just remove those two bolts there, remove those two bolts there, and then those two bolts just there. All right, so once we have those 6 bolts out, all we need to do is just lift it backwards And then we can access the underside of this bit here. All you need to do is there's just 2 push tabs either side. Squeeze them together and then lift up, and then this will be able to come free. Now, next step is we're just going to take this top bit here off, just so we can access the back of the cigarette socket there for our plug and play harness. Alrighty, so depending on the model, it will depend on how easy it is to remove this piece. So there is different styles of climate control depending on the series. So if it's the SR, you get kind of more of a base model look, whereas if it's an SR5, Rogue and upwards, it's a bit of a different style. So we only have the SR here at the moment. So to remove this piece, it's just a matter of getting your fingers in between the steering column and this plastic here. And all you need to do is just pull it forward, work away down and around, and then this bit here, it will lift up the surrounds for the gauge cluster. So all you need to do is just pull the gauge cluster out a little bit more and pull it down, just because there's a little lip on it. On this vehicle, we have already picked up from the cigarette socket, but because that circuit's rated to 15 amp, all we need to do is, because the UHF will only pull about 2 amps, and we're only using that as a trigger for our relay. So realistically, it's not going to pull more than 3 amps. So we can still piggyback off this for our UHF. But if you don't have this installed, you'll find it down in behind just here. So all you need to do is, with the factory one, is just push down this little push tab and then pull towards the front of the vehicle and it will break free. So I'll go grab our plug and play harness and we'll plug it all in. So we have our plug and play patch lead just here. So all we're going to do is just plug our factory into that plug there and plug our other one to that one there. And all I want to do with this is just feed it down underneath, feed your fingers in between the HVAC box and that plastic there. So now we have this ready to plug it into our UHF. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mount the UHF bracket onto our bracket. So it's just a matter of getting the holes to line up, using the supplied 4 bolts, bolting it to this plate, and then we'll get it into the car. Okay, so once you have it all plugged in, you just tuck it up out of the way. You can put a couple of zip ties in there. Alrighty, so while we have this part, getting our power pickup, we do need to pop one of these out. So what you can actually do is you can just come over this side. You can either try and squeeze each side, it is quite a tight fit, or you can just push quite hard on the back and it will just pop out towards the front here. And then in your kit, you'll have a UHF pass-through. There is the option to hook it up to illumination, so the little UHF symbol will illuminate. We're just not going to do it on this vehicle, but the option is there if you wish to do so. So it's just a matter of passing through. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug our RJ45 cable that comes in our UHF box. Grab our other end, poke it through, kind of put your fingers in between the HVAC box and the plastics, pull that one through, pull that wire through there, clip it into place, and then from there we can go ahead and put all this back in. Alrighty, so I've got our bracket all mounted on. So what we want to do now is just this bolt here and this bolt here, we're just going to undo it, and then we can mount our bracket onto those bolt holes. So to mount our UHF body bracket, what we're going to do is it's going to undo this bolt here and undo that bolt just there. And 2. Then we can go ahead and put our bracket in. So our bracket, you're just going to go underneath this cable here. So it's just a matter of sliding it underneath and then folding it up. Watching out for our power pickup cable. And then we can put one bolt in there. And then the other bolt in this side. Alright, All right, so if you have a SR5 and up, it might look a little different to the base model here. So with SR5 and upwards, if you do have the rear vent on your center console, there is a plastic tube that runs down along this way. Our UHF bracket does still fit underneath it, so you don't need to worry. It just might need a little bit of a manipulation to get it up to then slot our bracket down underneath. Alright, so we have our UHF ready to go into our bracket. So all we're going to do is just with the GME, they do come in a different style plug to what's actually on the back of the unit. So they come in this style of plug here. So all we need to do is in your kit, there'll be a plug just like this. This is all supplied by GME. So it's just a matter of plugging it in, screwing in the screw cap, making sure it's nice and tight. You can grab a set of pliers or a set of spanners, thank you. You can grab a set of pliers or a set of spanners and do this up nice and tight, but I haven't had any problems with it doing it up finger tight, as long as it is actually quite tight. And then from there, all we need to do is plug this into here. So these have little locating tabs on it, so it will only go in kind of one way, and it will push down nice and flat. We can go ahead, screw on the outer screw, and we can grab our power cable, plug our power cable into the white plug on the back of the unit. Alright, so once you have this unit all plugged in, ready to go, all we need to do is flip it upside down so the speaker's facing upwards. Then all we need to do is just slot it into the two channels on either side of the unit, slot it, and then it will make a nice click. So now that's nice and secure inside that bracket. So once you have our RJ45 cable passed through the bottom there, we can go ahead and plug it into the front on our UHF, tuck our cables behind, and what we can do is we can actually cable tie it up behind here. So I'll go ahead and do that now.
When you're ready.
All right, so with everything all connected, everything in, we can go ahead and reinstall our center console. All right, so we can go ahead and reinstall all our bolts to hold down our center console. Alrighty, so when you're putting this back in, don't forget to plug back in the plugs. So all we're gonna do, so it's gonna grab this plug here, work out where it plugs into, plug that one back in. I'm gonna grab our little 2-pin plug and plug that back in to the white one. Like that. Then we can go ahead, sit this back down, get all our clips to line up. And we can zip back up our boot for our handbrake. And then we can go ahead and mount a UHF handpiece. So now this is our handpiece mount for Toyota Hilux. So all we need to do, so this comes pre-installed with a bit of double-sided tape. And it just mounts up in here. So all you need to do is just be careful of where this opens. I normally like to line up at just the base of that passenger airbag cutout. So it's lined up with there. And it should stick just about there. All right, so we're just going to separate these two pieces here. So you only need this front face with the magnet to then graft it onto our handpiece mount. Alright, so we've got our magnetic handpiece mounted on. So all we did was just unbolted off this back piece and just reused the bolts into our bracket here. So now all we need to do is just peel off this red film. Just going to push it hard up against this piece here, line up with the top, and then press into place. So now we can still access our little glove box, and we can also mount a UHF handpiece and plug it into our pass-through. Alrighty, and last but not least, we're just going to screw our handle back onto our gear selector. There we go, and then we can go ahead and test it.
Thank you so much for watching. If you do have any comments or feedbacks, please put them in the comment section below. Our tech support is always available. It's on the tech support link on our website. You can watch our full list of install videos for the N80 Hilux up here, and you can check out some of our other products down here. What do you want for that one?
Accelerate off-grid touring, powering your adventures.